Hello, everybody. So, for Spiritual Jungle, I'm about to read you a prayer or a scripture out of the Bible. And I usually do this on a Thursday and on a Sunday. And so, subscribe to my channel so that you can watch the videos with regards to what I find in the Bible and what's relevant to me. And if you find it relevant to yourself or your situation, or it reminds you of something maybe that happened, or that whatever you're currently going through, and you would like to share that with the community, Spiritual Jungle community, then you can Google Solo to Brands by Andrea and find my email address over there, and then we can talk about it if that's what you want. And then you can also follow Spiritual Jungle on Instagram. So these videos that I'm making, I usually do a short video. So when you view my shorts, you will see just like a brief introduction, and then when you watch the actual video, then you will see the complete video, the entire video of me reading the scripture. And when I do write a prayer, I usually elaborate as to my experiences. And yeah, we can chat more about that. I would like to hear your personal stories, and just your experiences, and maybe you have some advice that can help the spiritual community. Like I said, I do have a page on Instagram. It's Spiritual Jungle, so I will transfer these videos to the Spiritual Jungle page, and then you can check it out. You can also scroll right down and you will find all of the spiritual houses over there that I've been at. I've taken a couple of video clips, and you can hear, once you switch on the sound, you can hear the sermons that I found relevant and I wanted to post on my social media pages. And let me know if you've been to those spiritual houses and why it is that you like going there. Maybe your family has been going there for years. Um, did someone recommend those places to you? Or what is it that you like about your spiritual house or church? Why do you attend that specific church? Let us know. And also, you can tag the page at Spiritual Jungle so that we all can see. I also have my favorite biblical verses. I posted it up on Spiritual Jungle. I'm looking to create some apparel and merch with regards to those quotes, and I will keep watching these videos and I will update you with regards to when I'm going to be releasing that merch and when you can purchase it. Okay, so this is going to be a long session. I'm going to read you. So it's page 248, and it's Job chapter 40 verse 13 until, okay, then we're going to go over to Psalms chapter 5 verse 6. Yeah, so it's basically I'm going to read you both Jobs as well as Psalms. Like I said, I usually read from one page to the next, and if it runs a little bit over to the next page, then I will continue on and just read it, complete the basically reading session. You know what I mean? I usually go from one page to the next, but sometimes it continues on to the following page. So in this case, it is between Job and Psalms. Okay, let me start. It goes like this. Bury them all in the dust together. Shroud their faces in the grave. Then I myself will admit to you that your own right hand can save you. Look at Behemoth, which I made along with you, and which feeds on grass like an ox. What strength it has in its loins, what power in the muscles of its belly. Its tail sways like cedar, the sinews of its thighs are close knit, its bones are tubes of bronze, its limbs like rods of iron. It ranks first among the works of God, yet its maker can approach it with his sword. The hills bring it. Let me just read that again. It ranks first among the works of God, yet its maker can approach it with his sword. The hills bring it their produce, and all the wild animals play nearby. Under the lotus plants it lies, hidden among the reeds in the marsh. The lotuses conceal it in their shadow. The poplars by the stream surround it. A raging river does not alarm it. It is secure though the Jordan should surge against its mouth. A raging river does not alarm it. It is secure though the Jordan should surge against its mouth. Can anyone capture it by the eyes, or trap it and pierce its nose? Can you pull in Leviathan? I just want to make sure I get these names right. You can also let me know down in the comment box how to properly pronounce it. So can you pull in Leviathan with a fishhook, or tie down its tongue with a rope? Can you put a cord through its nose, or pierce its jaw with a hook? Will it keep begging you for mercy? Will it speak to you with gentle words? Will it make an agreement with you for you to take it as your slave for life? Can you make a pet of it like a bird, or put it on a leash for the young women in your house? Will traders barter for it? Will they divide it up among the merchants? Can you fill its hide with harpoons, or its head with fishing spears? If you lay a hand on it, you will remember the struggle and never do it again. Any hope of subduing it is false. The mere sight of it is overpowering. No one is fierce enough to rouse it. Just want to. There's some background noise here, so I just want to switch that off. Okay. Who then is able to stand against me? Who has a claim against me that I must pay? Everything under the heaven belongs to me. I will not fail to speak of here's his name again, Leviathan's limbs. I will not fail to speak of Leviathan's limbs, its strength and its graceful form. Who can strip off its outer coat? Who can penetrate its double coat of armor? Who dares open the doors of its mouth? Ringed about with fearsome teeth, Its back has rows of shields, tightly sealed together. Each is so close to the next that no air can pass between. They are joined fast to one another, they cling together and cannot be parted. Its snorting throws out flashes of light. Its eyes are like the rays of dawn. Flames stream from its mouth. Sparks of fire shoot out. Smoke pours from its nostrils, as from a boiling pot over burning reeds. Its breath sets coal ablaze, and flames dart from its mouth. Strength resides in its neck. Dismay goes before it. The folds of its flesh are tightly joined. They are firm and immovable. Its chest is hard as rock, hard as a lower millstone. When it rises up, the mighty are terrified. They retreat before its thrashing. The sword that reaches it has no effect, nor does the spear or the dart or the javelin. Iron it treats like straw, and bronze like rotten wood. Arrows do not make it flee. Sling stones are like chaff to it. A club seems to it but a piece of straw. It laughs at the rattling of the lance. Its undersides are jagged potsherds, leaving a trail in the mud like a threshing sledge. It makes the depths churn like a boiling cauldron and stirs up the sea like a pot of ointment. It leaves a glistening wake behind it. One would think the deep had white hair. Nothing on earth is its equal, a creature without fear. It looks down on all that are haughty. It is king over all that are proud. Job 42. Then Job replied to the Lord, I know that you can do all things. No purpose of yours can be thwarted. You asked, who is this that obscures my plans without my knowledge? You asked, who is this that obscures my plans without knowledge? Surely I spoke of things I did not understand, things too wonderful for me to know. You said, listen now, and I will speak. I will question you, and you shall answer me. My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you. Therefore I despise myself and repent in dust and ashes. After the Lord had said these things to Job, he said to Eliphaz the Temanite, I am angry with you and your two friends, because you have not spoken the truth about me, as my servant Job has. So now take 7 bulls and 7 rams and go to my servant Job and sacrifice a burnt offering for yourselves. My servant Job will pray for you, and I will accept his prayer and not deal with you according to your folly. You have not spoken the truth about me as my servant Job has. So Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite did what the Lord told them, and the Lord accepted Job's prayer. After Job had prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes and gave him twice as much as he had before. All his brothers and sisters and everyone who had known him before came and ate with him in his house. They comforted and consoled him over all the trouble the Lord had brought on him, and each one gave him a piece of silver and a gold ring. The Lord blessed the latter part of Job's life more than his former part. He had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 donkeys. And he also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. His first daughter he named Jemima, the second Kezia, and the third Keren Hapush. Now, nowhere in all the land were there found women as beautiful as Job's daughters. And the father granted them an inheritance along with their brothers' children and their children to the 4th generation. And so Job died an old man and full of years. Now we go over to Psalms, Book 1, Psalms 1 to 41. I took this picture of these scriptures and it's at an angle, so now I just need to make sure that I read it properly. Okay, here we go. Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Not so the wicked. They are like chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked leads to destruction. Why do the nations conspire and the people plot in vain? The kings of the earth rise up, and the rulers band together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their chains and throw off their shackles. The one enthroned in heaven laughs. The Lord scoffs at them. He rebukes them in anger and terrifies them in his wrath, saying, I have installed my king on Zion, my holy mountain. I will proclaim the Lord's decree. He said to me, You are my son. Today I have become your father. Ask me, and I will make the nations your inheritance, the ends of the earth your possession. You will break them with a rod of iron. You will dash them to pieces like pottery. Therefore, you kings, be wise. Be warned, you rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and celebrate his rule with trembling. Kiss his son, or he will be angry, and your way will lead to your destruction. For his wrath can flare up in a moment. Blessed are all who take refuge in him. A psalm of David when he fled from his son Absalom. Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me? Many are saying of me, God will not deliver him. But you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head high. I call out to the Lord, and he answers me from his holy mountain. I lie down and sleep, I wake again because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear. Let me just read that again. I lie down and sleep, I wake again because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear. I will not fear, though tens of thousands assail me on every side. Arise, Lord, deliver me, my God. Strike all my enemies on the jaw. Break the teeth of the wicked. From the Lord comes deliverance. May your blessing be on your people. For the director of music, with stringed instruments, a psalm of David. Answer me when I call to you, my righteous God. Give me relief from my distress. Have mercy on me and hear my prayer. How long will you people turn my glory into shame? How long will you love delusions and seek false gods? Know that the Lord has set apart his faithful servant for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Tremble and do not sin. When you are on your beds, search your hearts and be silent. Offer the sacrifices of the righteous and trust in the Lord. Many, Lord, are asking, who will bring us prosperity? Let the light of your face shine on us. Fill my heart with joy when their grain and new wine abound. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord. Make me dwell in safety. For the director of music, for pipes, a psalm of David. Listen to my words, Lord. Consider my lament. Hear my cry for help, my King and my God. For to you I pray. In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning I lay my request before you, and I wait expectantly. For you are not a God who is pleased with wickedness. With you, evil people are not welcome. The arrogant cannot stand in your presence. You hate all who do wrong. You destroy those who tell lies. The bloodthirsty and deceitful you, Lord, detest. But I, by your great love, can come into your house. In reverence I bow down toward your holy temple. Lead me, Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies. Make your way straight before me. Not a word from their mouth can be trusted. Their heart is filled with malice. Their throat is an open grave. With their tongues they tell lies. Declare them guilty, O God. Let their intrigues be their downfall. Banish them for their many sins, for they have rebelled against you. But let all who take refuge in you be glad. Let them ever sing for joy. Spread your protection over them, that those who love your name may rejoice in you. Surely, Lord, you bless the righteous. You surround them with your favor as with a shield. So, does any of that seem relevant to your current situation right now? Sorry, it's just a fly that keeps on moving past my phone. Um, so is there any, based on what I read now, does anything seem relevant to you at the moment? Or does it remind you of something or a challenge you overcame and you would like to share with the spiritual journey community, if that's okay with you? Some, I know not everyone likes to share personal things, and but sometimes you also do want to share things that you challenges that you overcame, because it's you see it as a miracle, or you see it as something that must be told. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for God, you know? So stories like that that you want to share with the spiritual community, and so we can just all connect better on our faith journey. But there's something I read here as well that's sort of really relevant to me right now. Okay, it says here, Job 41, Job 41, verse verse 8. If you lay a hand on it, you will remember the struggle and never do it again. So at the moment, I'm basically going through something. This reminds me of an experience I'm currently going through. So I'm in a situation where it's a bit of an uncomfortable situation, where there's someone that is that I've known for a while, and this person um is actually close to um stays close by, but the behavior of this person is inappropriate, right? And it's like, at first I wasn't sure how to handle the situation, because I, you know, you don't want to cause unnecessary trouble. So if you watch my other videos, my JK videos, you'll know that based on the experiences I had, I always take time and I always observe and I always make sure that I understand well what's happening before, because I don't want to make any assumptions. Okay. But also, one more thing about me is, in the past, I used to, um, when it's someone I care about, something uncomfortable or inappropriate happens to someone I care about, then I will handle the situation immediately. But when it happens to me, then I give people chances, or I'm slow to react. You know what I mean? Because if it's someone that I care about, I'm very quick to sort out that situation because I care about them. But now, but back in the day, I used to like be like slow on sort of like shielding and protecting myself, and um standing up for myself. You know what I mean? And that is what the JK brand is actually about, is the challenges and the experiences I went through, and utilizing those things to help other women and also men. But nowadays, I want to do the right thing, and I expect to be treated a certain way. And because I realize, based on experience I went through, that the longer you wait, the more you, it's like you accepting disrespect to yourself, and you just keep delaying things, and time just passes, so many years and goes by, and you lose that time, and you sort of like you're settling for things that you don't deserve. So currently I'm in a situation where there's a person I know that's quite inappropriate, and so I have taken action in a certain way, and I'm like trying to um, compile information, or just sort of like have the evidence with regards to the person's behavior, and I will definitely report it. You know what I mean? Because it's inappropriate. I just wanted to